Yes, it's real, and it's fabulous. Hit the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog Studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, P. Dog Night. All right, stop the music. I'm back. Welcome to the Supplemental TMK, or what is that? The TMK Supplemental with P. Dog Night. Yes, I told you today, if you were here, or even if you weren't here, I did say this, that I would come back this afternoon and do a separate Jussie Smollett stream, because this thing can't get any weirder, any crazier than it already has. It's insane. Hey, Diesel Dave, Joys of Sorrow, Ezub, and it's just you guys right now. Yes, we are doing that. We're doing that Jussie stream. And even if it's just us four here, I am going to be spending some time just going through some of the BS from today. It's insane. And I might even have a guest or two pop in. I'm not even sure. They might show up. They may not. I sent out a couple people I thought would be good to have on this particular stream. But even if it's only us four together, I am happy. So if you're just let me post a link on Twitter. I'm not a link for what? Oh, the link. Yeah, the link, the Twitter. I just tweeted out the show link that I just did. And then you can just right down here. Where is it? Right here? Somewhere? Right there? Hit that arrow. And oh, I see what you're saying. The link for the Hangout. Well, I don't even have a Hangout open, but oh, that's why. Duh. No wonder nobody's responding. Anyway, look, here's what we're going to do right now. And even if I only have a few people watching, we're going to sit here and talk about this Jussie Smollett thing, and it'll just be a video when I'm done, because this is unbelievable. Everything going on with this. And I'm going to start. Hello, Maniac Man. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start where I left off as I've been reading. The developments on this case are insane. So we're going to start with this now this morning, because you know what happened this morning. So the lawyers for Jussie Smollett yesterday, when the charges were dropped, requested that the judge seal all the records and evidence, which, you know, that's their prerogative. If they drop charges, that is the prerogative of the attorneys for the accused. And so this morning, however, the news organizations were very concerned that these records would be destroyed, when they expunged, destroyed, and somehow the attorneys for the formerly accused also seemed to think that they could have the records destroyed. And so there was a hearing this morning in front of a judge. And I just want to that's the first thing we're going to take a quick look at, because, this is what happened. Okay. So, and this is someone named Ross Weidner. Ross Weidner is from the I-Team and Other Adventures for ABC 7 WLS Chicago. So it's a local Chicago. The best reporting is from all the local people. So, hey, Johnny Hellcat, how you doing? So here's what happened this morning, and I'll just read the thread here. An attorney representing ABC 7 and a coalition of media sought emergency intervention in the case in attempt to be heard regarding potential expungement filing on behalf of Smollett. Smollett's attorneys did not file a motion to expunge the case as of yet. The judge told the media's attorney, quote, "The way I see it, you're all good because all expungement hearings are public hearings that we could attend. So, quote, there's no nefariousness, nothing lurking in the shadows," end quote. The judge said Smollett had the right to ask to have the case immediately sealed upon dismissal. And that's what happened. The state's attorney's office agreed to voluntarily give the media's attorney notice if there is a filing made by Smollett to expunge the case. Apparently the judge got annoyed because he described it as the judge boomed from the bench. Quote, "In Cook County, we don't destroy records," saying even if there eventually was a filing to expunge, the files would be impounded, not destroyed. Somehow, that was the media's main concern today, and what we were seeking to prevent. So, the judge who heard this this morning, hello, Cynical Lindsay, welcome. The judge who heard this morning seems a bit annoyed with the Smollett attorneys. Now, next thing. Hello, Faithless. Yes, we're having a little impromptu afternoon stream. It's all Smollett all the time. This is the all Smollett stream for those of you just joining in. Okay, so next, this is golden. Where is it? Is that the right? Here we go. So on Mediaite this morning, and you see this is my reaction. Oh my God, when I saw this, I could not believe what I was seeing. You know what? I just thought of something. This is good, but this requires some calming mood music for this stream because I can't do it in silence because I will explode. So we're gonna kick a little tune is in the background. No, too loud. Let's go really soft. I gotta have some little 70s cop music in the background. How's that sound? Let me turn this up. Yeah, that sounds pretty good because we're gonna be jamming. Woo! Yeah. All right, back to the that was loud. It was loud for a second. Is it still too loud? I don't care. Oh, you want some Barry White? I might bring you some Barry White myself. Hello. You'll never find no matter where you search. Oh no, that's Lou Rawls. What's Barry White? Hold up. Barry White. I almost went into the other dude. Rick Astley. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. That's not Barry White either. Barry White. Give me a Barry White's. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, my darling, I can't get enough of your love, baby. I don't know why. Can't get enough of your love, baby. If you're just coming in right now and hear me singing, anyway. All right, let's get, back to the Jussie report for the afternoon. So we got that. Now, this cracked me the hell up today. And I swear I walked in, saw it on my phone. I said, "Oh my God." And then I had to tweet, "Oh my God." Back to this. So, Jussie Smollett's attorney, Nigerian brothers may have been wearing whiteface during the attack. I can't do this. Oh, you got this. We were describing some people who have just some elephantesimal cojones. Check this out. Oh, this is just I need the Mediaite clip. I have it already queued up somewhere in here. Oh my gosh. Here, Mediaite. Here we go. Check this out. Oh my God. Listen to this.
Through that lens that they were trying to...
Hold up. That's super loud. That's super loud. Hang on. I'm going to make it so it's not killing your ears here. Here, let's try that. All right, let's go back. Oh, Smollett was attacked by the Wayans white chicks. No, wait, you ain't seen that.
Catch him as soon as he got home, as opposed to if this was at 2 a.m., you got there 40 minutes early.
According to the court records, Smollett was very clear with police on the night of the attack that his attackers were white. He said they had masks on and gloves, but he saw their eyes and he saw the skin surrounding their eyes. Was that a false statement?
So just to be clear, he only saw one of the attackers. One of them he didn't see. He saw one through a ski mask. Again, he could not see their body. Everything was covered, and he had a full ski mask on except the area around the eyes. He did tell police that he, from what he saw, he thought it was pale skin or white or pale skin. Was, I think, what he said. And that was what and that's why he initially did have a hard time.
Why did he say that? He could have said, I don't know.
He could have, but this, again, he's being
the Osundairo brothers. What are the chances that that's the case, that he saw somebody with
now here, hold up.
Well,
hold up. Whoa. Before she goes on, I love the fact right now, even this, whatever her name is, that interviewer ain't having none of this bullshit. That's fantastic. But listen to this. You got to wait for it. You just got to wait for it. I'm putting some funk on. Let's go. Get some music back on here. Hold up. All right. Now, hopefully you'll hear over my music, but I got to go.
Obviously, you can disguise that. You could put makeup on. There is actually, interestingly enough,
here, hold up.
He could have, but this, again, he's being
the Osundairo brothers. What are the chances that that's the case, that he saw somebody with light skin?
Well, I mean, I think there's... Obviously, you can disguise that. You could put makeup on. There is actually, interestingly enough, a video. I think police did minimal investigation in this case. It took me all of 5 minutes to Google. I was looking up the brothers, and one of the first videos that showed up actually was one of the brothers in whiteface doing a Joker monologue with white makeup on. And so it's not implausible.
Couple quick things. He said that these individuals were yelling at him these homophobic and racist smears. Why didn't he recognize their voices? He had just hung up, literally.
And he talked to them on the phone before and after this event. He knew their voices. He was friends with them. They were his personal trainers, of all things. Oh my God. What? Listen to this. This is a dumb answer too. Here you go.
Just hung up with one of them.
Sure. I mean, people say this as if this is a regular interaction. I mean, if you're walking in the street and somebody screams, you turn around and before you can even process what they look like, you've been punched in the face.
Hold up. Stop right there. Remember his story about being punched in the face? Okay, so he was punched in the face. What did he say about that? Let's go into the original interview with Robin Roberts. Where did he say that?
It's just not okay. And for all of the people, the next time to where it happened, I walked them through exactly what happened. And I looked up and I saw that there was a bruise on my neck. Look what has happened. So,
have you seen that?
Where is it? But I didn't see, I can't tell you what color their eyes were. And he's like, what's going on? And I said, I was just jumped, turned around, and I said, did you just go into with one of his other clients? And I said, yo, call me when you can. He called me immediately. And while he was on the phone, I heard, as I was crossing the intersection, I heard Empire.
Oh, Empire.
And I don't answer to Empire. My name ain't Empire. And I didn't answer. I kept walking.
He's lying. Hold up.
And I heard Empire. So I turned around and I said, did you just say to me? And I see the attacker.
The attacker. When you're recalling things, do you see them as they happen when you're trying to remember shit? And it wouldn't be I saw the attacker because the dude hadn't attacked you yet. I saw this guy coming at me. But he says the attacker. He wasn't the attacker yet. Anyway, that's not how you recall things. Anyway, go. Okay, what up? This is the most... Yes. All right, hold up.
Masked. And he said, this MAGA country punches me right in the face.
Okay, now, we've established that Jussie, now the attorneys for Jussie and all these people agree that in fact it was the Osundaro brothers. And this guy said, this is MAGA country, and he punched me in the face. And then what happens? Wait a minute.
So I punched his ass back.
So I punched his ass back. Now, so a lot of you have been with me when I've been playing this. Hello, Hate Camo. Well, a lot of people showing up. Hey, while you're showing up, share this. Here, I'm gonna put this here. Here, there's that. You can retweet that, or you can just hit the share button or whatever, all that stuff down there. But hold up now. So this is Mag Country. He punched me in the face, and I punched his ass back. Let's take a look at who he punched his ass back. What's this guy? This is Abel Osundaru boxing in the semifinals of the Illinois Open Gloves Novice Division semifinals in Illinois. This is who he punched his ass back. Watch this.
Amateur tournament.
He's got a right hand that, you know, that puts most guys down.
He's got a right hand that puts most guys down. Speaking of putting most guys down, he walks into the ring.
Abel Osundaro dropped his opponent in
bam,
round 1.
Bam, bam, bam. Jussie, you would have been knocked the fuck out. I'm sorry, I am not. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. All right. What Nick Cannon? Is there? What was Nick Cannon? Anyway, you would have been knocked. Oh, is that something Nick Cannon says? Okay. Anyway, you would have been knocked the hell out. She has the nerve. And then what does she say after this?
And now next thing you're on the floor and you're being.
And now you're on the floor with. Y'all seen pictures of the Osundaro brothers, haven't you? If they wanted to beat his ass, they would have beat his ass, and he would have had more than a little scratch on his cheek. All right, that music's a little loud, isn't it? I gotta turn it. Is that music too loud? I can't tell. Oh, that's because I have it too loud. Maybe no, it's too loud. Can you all hear me just fine? He would have been knocked the fuck out. Good Lord. Are you kidding me? All right, so what else have we seen? What else have I seen today? Oh, by the way, what did they say? He was gonna be. She says, oh yeah, they probably are in whiteface. So, you know, of course, members of the Trump family got in on this today, and I had a good laugh at these. And I don't think the president needed to weigh in on this. But this morning, the president tweeted, what did he say up here? I'm not going to go up here. I want to show you what Donald Trump Jr. tweeted, because this is hilarious. Oh, that's because this thing's going fast. Here he is. Oh, this is Olive Pundit. Osundaro brothers sneaking up on Jussie Smollett like, oh, that's Eddie Murphy. Or, and wow, I don't know whether to be upset or impressed with this level of stupidity. Jussie Smollett's lawyer says he thought the brothers were white because they could have been wearing makeup. This is the Daily Mail story on it. Showed a picture of the dude in white face. Oh, the bizarre. They could have worn whiteface. Jussie Smollett lawyer offers bizarre explanation as to why Empire actor told the police his Nigerian assailants were white. Points to an old video of him wearing whiteface. So that's he made some video a long time ago. Come on now. Jussie Smollett, gay Tupac, whatever you want to call yourself right now. You got to be kidding me. The music is a bit loud. That's what I thought. It sounded a little bit loud. It's hard for me to tell. Here, let me turn it down a little bit. Hello, hi, hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, okay. All right, let's see. There, that should be better. That's a lot better. That's a lot better. Yes, I did turn it. I thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Like I said, I kind of always hear it. No, I don't need a hearing aid. It's just that I can't always tell the levels of what I'm saying and doing on your end, okay? Because I have to turn my headphones way down to tell if I'm even doing this right. And then I go back and I listen to a bunch of my streams just to see how all the sound levels were, and I keep adjusting them. But I don't, it's hard because this thing doesn't turn, it has a very touchy slider on this sound level. So anyway, all right, so a little more, and I'll say, so let's see, I already did that one. I did that one, and this is just the hashtag. We're gonna go into the hashtag for Jussie Smollett in a little bit, since that's what we do. We spend time in hashtags. But actually, the next one, and that's okay. That's Osindiro Brothers, and let's see. Oh, yeah, and this one too. So I'll just put Ace's article up here. Foxgate scandal updates. The prosecutor in the case admits that Smollett was guilty as hell, and yet not even required to admit guilt in a no-time plea deal. They don't care. They're untouchable. Ain't that the truth? Question was, do you believe he is innocent? CBS reporter asked First Assistant Cook County State's Attorney Joseph Maggots about dropping the charges against Jussie. I do not believe he is innocent, Maggots responds. And now, I think we read Michelle Malkin's article on Tina Chen yesterday. It was brutal. But and then we know that she got into office thanks to George Soros. $400,000 of her campaign was provided by him, which isn't necessarily related, except for the fact that if you've been paying attention to, like, there's a guy named Mr. Reagan who does videos, and he was talking about how AOC got into office at a few people, and how the Justice Democrats, that PAC, they are focusing on getting attorneys, states attorneys and attorney generals of states elected, having super progressive attorney generals. And this is one of those attorney generals they got into office, is this Kim Foxx. So here's a few points though. Kim Foxx says everyone charged here, so this is interesting because I'm gonna go tell you what this is. The CWB blog tears this apart. Kim Foxx yesterday in an interview said that everyone charged with 16 felonies gets treated the way she treated Smollett. She's lying. Internal email shows that Fox directed her staff to search the databases to find anyone given the same sweetheart no consequence at all gift that she gave to Smollett for obvious purpose of trying to make her lie kinda sorta not a lie. Apparently that search did not come up with anything. Oh, but the Chicago Crime Watch blog did. That's what we're going to look at next. She claims that the purging of this case from the database just must have been some kind of mistake. She did an oopsie. But here's the cool thing about that. Soon as she said that yesterday, because today you search and they can't find anything, and there's out of 4.5 million cases the database search didn't work. Well, apparently the Chicago Crime Watch blog already did a search as soon as she said it. Like I said, we're gonna look at that next. But it was apparently it was a Loretta Lynch style. I'm going to say I'm recusing myself and let a subordinate be my front man, but I'm going to retain decision-making authority, non-recusal. Cook County State's Attorney Kim Foxx did not formally recuse herself from the Jussie Smollett case. She only did so colloquially, prosecutors said on Wednesday. What the hell is a colloquial recusal? What the hell is that? As John Echdal pointed out, the words recusal and colloquial have never before been used together in the English language because no one uses the word recuse colloquially. It's almost entirely a formal legal term. So this is the way to explain away or lie. When I said I wasn't recusing myself, of course I didn't mean I was recusing. I was just speaking of a colloquial recusal. That thing that does not exist and has never existed, except for Loretta Lynch, The revelation about Fox's recusal comes amid mounting questions over prosecutors' sudden decision to drop all 16 felony charges against the actor. Fox did not formally recuse herself or the state's attorney's office based on any actual conflict of interest. As a result, she did not have to seek the appointment of a special prosecutor. Kiara Ellis, a spokeswoman for the state's attorney's office, said in a statement to PAC, which is an outlet. Now, let's get into this. So yesterday, the excuse on a couple different news shows, Kim Fox said that that yes, we handle cases like this, we just don't want to spend a lot of time on these cases, blah, 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 blah. Well, let's see what the Chicago Crime Watch blog says. Kim Fox says Smollett's sweetheart deal is available to all defendants. However, court records tell a different tale. And here we go. Cook County State's Attorney Kim Fox says her office treated accused celebrity hate crime faker Jussie Smollett in the same way that ordinary citizens facing similar criminal charges are treated. Is that true? Chat, I want you to put your answer that you think is correct in the chat right now. Is that true? Yes or no? I'm giving you, we'll do the 30 second. Boom, boom. All right. The answer is a resounding no. Okay. Not so much according to the court files that document what happened to other defendants who allegedly filed run-of-the-mill false reports with the Chicago police. Crime Watch Blog Chicago today pulled Chicago Police Department and Cook County Court Clerk records to see just how comparable Smollett's case outcome is to other citizen cases. The prosecutor who took over the Smollett case when Fox stepped aside, Joe Maggot, said Tuesday that the resolution Smollett enjoys is available to all defendants. It's not something out of privilege. It's not something out of clout. Fox spokesperson, Fox meaning that's Kim Fox, Tandra Simonton, claimed that the Smollett resolution is not new or unusual practice, but Eric Sussman, who once served as Fox's top deputy, had a different take. I've never seen any shit like this. Okay, that wasn't a quote, but it's close. If Smollett's resolution is available to all defendants and not a new or unusual practice, then there should be a bunch of people pleading guilty. And if it is not a new or unusual practice, then there's a bunch of people pleading guilty and saddling themselves with lifetime criminal records for no apparent reason. Here are the details of those cases and their court disposition. This is beautiful. Now, the researchers today located 8 recent cases that align closely with Smollett's. Like Smollett, each of these individuals had no prior criminal charges in Cook County. The alleged incidents took place in Chicago and were handled by Chicago police. Each defendant was charged with only one crime, a single felony count of disorderly conduct, filing a false police report. So these is not the charges that Smollett had. He had 16 of them, and everyone else in this list has 1. So here's what happened in each case. Jussie Smollett, age 36. Police allege that Smollett falsely reported being beaten, doused with bleach, and wrapped in a noose by 2 masked white men who yelled anti-black, anti-gay slurs while announcing, "This is MAGA country!" Associates of Smollett, a TV actor, leaked the story to a well-known gossip website within 10 hours, which put a spotlight on the matter. The ensuing police investigation lasted 3 weeks and involved the work of at least 12 full-time detectives, according to CPD. Smollett maintains his innocence. Days to resolution. Keep this in mind. Now, this is. Keep these last 2 things in mind: the days to resolution and the outcome. Days to resolution: 33 days. Outcome: unknown. The court file was sealed immediately. Smollett did not plead guilty to any crime prosecutors said he agreed to give his $10,000 deposit bond to the city of Chicago. There is conflicting information about whether or not approximately 16 hours spent at the Rainbow Push Coalition on March 23rd and 25th was community service, and further confusion about whether that possible service was part of the case resolution. Yeah, because it seems to me when they talked about that, he seemed like he was just killing time. Now, the next case, and they don't put the names to protect them from harassment and anything like that, but here we go. RR27 and KM27. Tourist RR and KM were accused of falsely reporting to Chicago police that they were robbed of $20,000 in cash and property when their GPS led them into Lower Wacker Drive. Days to resolution. RR, 11 months. KM, 13 months. Outcome. RR pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 2 years probation, 30 hours of community service, and fined $584. KM also pleaded guilty. She was sentenced to 2 years probation, 5 days time served, 30 hours of community service, and she was fined $447. She will both will have criminal records in Cook County. Case number 2. Oh, how many? What was Jussie's days to resolution? 33 days versus 11 months and 13 months for one charge each, not 16. Man, sweet. Next case, CT, age 33. Chicago police allege that CT falsely reported that his Audi had been stolen with his 7-year-old daughter sleeping in the back seat. Investigators found that the story was false, and CT admitted to lying after receiving his Miranda warning. Days to resolution. Now, this was a little quicker. Days to resolution 22. Outcome. CT pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 1 year probation and an unknown number of community service hours because he was required to plead guilty. He has a criminal record. Jussie Smollett does not. DB, 25. Police say DB was the passenger in a vehicle they pulled over for traffic violations. During the stop, the driver sped off and crashed into the barricade. DB jumped out of the car, ran home, changed his Chicago Transit Authority uniform, then called 911 to report that his car, the one that had crashed into the barricade, had been carjacked at gunpoint, according to police. The arriving officers were allegedly told by DB that 4 men carjacked him and 2 of them drove away with his vehicle. When police told DB that they knew he was lying, he admitted that he was the guy in the passenger seat of the car when it crashed, according to court records. Days to resolution. Ongoing. The case will be a year old on Friday, so that's 365 days so far. JV, 53. JV reported that he had been restrained, battered, and robbed at gunpoint in the manager's office of a restaurant that he operates. Police alleged that an investigation involving video review of the witness and witness statements revealed that no crime occurred. When confronted with the accusations, JV asked for an attorney, police said. Days of resolution. This case is ongoing. The case is 50 weeks old, which is 350 days. How long did it take for resolution for Jussie's? 33 days. Charges dropped. Do you see a theme coming on here? Do you feel it? Do you see the theme? Let's see. CJ, 49. Police said CJ filed a false report for battery. Days to resolution. And this one was quick, 7 days. However, prosecutors reduced the charge from a felony to a misdemeanor. CJ pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 1 year of court supervision and 60 hours of community service. Not 16, 60, 60. Because she was required to plead guilty, she has a criminal record. Jussie Smollett does not. JA, 19. Police say JA called 911, reported being robbed at gunpoint, provided officers with a detailed description of the offender, blah, 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 blah. Fake, 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 fake. Days to resolution, 6 months. JA pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 24 months probation, 2 days time served, and fined $804. The guilty plea left JA with a criminal record. Jussie Smollett does not have a criminal record. Dio, 28. Same story. False kidnapping. No further details. Blah, blah, blah. Fake story. Days to resolution. 27 days. Pleaded guilty. Sentenced to probation for a year. And then some dispositions similar to Smollett's may be found in cases where individuals were charged with a single misdemeanor charge of a similar crime, filing a false police report to a public safety agency. The following cases involved individuals with no prior adult arrest in Cook County who were charged with only one misdemeanor count of a false report to a police safety agency. And I'm just going to tell you, MA, 25 years old, took 3 months, pleaded guilty, sentenced to 1 year probation. AK, 18. Days of resolution, ongoing. The case is 3 months old. Deferred prosecution, 30 hours of community service. Case is pending. If community service is completed, he will not have a criminal record. DG, accused of telling police, same thing, blah, blah. Days to resolution, 98. Now here's one where the prosecutors dropped the case after DG completed 20 hours of community service. He was not required to plead guilty. The case has not been expunged or sealed. Hello there, my brother. Hello there to you too, C. Thomas. C. Thomas, I've been seeing you all over the place. I was listening to Hard Bastard, and you were listening to him too. Okay, good. I like Hard Bastard. I want to try to have him on the show one day. I was actually on his show one day, but that was before anyone knew who the hell I was. All right. So anyway... So some of the differences between Smollett's case resolution and the route taken by ordinary people are apparent. Smollett's case was concluded in an emergency hearing rather than at his next scheduled court date, April 17th. According to Cook County Circuit of Court guidelines, emergency motions require sudden or unforeseen circumstances that rise to the level of emergency. Well, Jussie's an emergency. She just does. Attorneys seeking emergency hearings are required to explain the reasons the matter should take precedent. He needed to get back on the set of Empire? I don't know. Particularly odd was the decision to immediately seal Smollett's court records. Even when the individuals are acquitted of crimes, the court record remains accessible to the public until the individual seeks expungement. And that's a 60 to 120 day process that entitles such as the Chicago Police Department have an opportunity to contest the expungement. So yeah, there's no precedent for sealing this. But Smollett's judge immediately sealed the case, and the case was removed from the clerk electronic records within 4 hours, barring anyone from reviewing the matter. Fox today said the sealing was an error and would be undone. Yeah, right. Oh yes, it was just an error. And as of midday on Wednesday, Smollett's case had not returned to the clerk's system. Now, this is funny because I showed you this yesterday, too. So, supervising prosecutors in Fox's office received the following email on Wednesday afternoon seeking help in identifying felony defendants who had received treatment similar to Smollett's. We're not sure why the email would be necessary if Smollett's handling had been available to all of the defendants. It's a good thing that these guys got there before they shut down the system. Hello, everyone. We're looking for examples of cases, felony preferable, where we, in exercises our discretion, have entered into verbal agreements with defense attorneys to dismiss charges against an offender if certain conditions were met, such as the payment of restitution, completion of community service, completion of class, etc. But the defendant was not placed in a formal diversion program. Please ask your ASAs if they have examples of these types of dismissal, and we will work with them further to figure out on what case it was done. So she didn't even know. She was talking out of her ass in these interviews. Nobody is in trouble. We're just looking for further examples of how we as prosecutors use our discretion in a way that restores the victim but causes minimal harm to the defendant in the long term. Now notice, the cases up here where they did do this, the two cases, the only two that they found were both misdemeanor cases. They were not felony cases. All the felony cases are either ongoing or in process, and they did not have the option of using community service to get out of them. This was a grand jury sent this down as a 16 felony counts of this charge. And so she has no felony cases that are similar. So there you go. That's Chicago Crime Watch blog, who's been invaluable to me on this whole Smollett thing. All right, so now, hey, I haven't been paying attention to the chat here. I probably should a little bit. Oh, by the way, I do. If you really want me, if you really want something, I do have the super chats through Streamlabs, but I'm going to try to just get in the chat because I'm not here to. I'm just here just for fun this time, and well, I'm always here for fun. I enjoy this. I really enjoy doing this, and it's some of this shit's funny to me. Okay, what did I miss here? I'm not hiding. Okay, my breath. Wait, what did Faithless say? Faithless, it will be hilarious if this ends up taking down a whole bunch of corrupt politicians. And my answer is probably the same as Lindsay's. I'm not holding my breath. I won't be surprised if there's a few conducting the investigation that mysteriously disappear. Well, not disappear or die. I don't necessarily. That wasn't really my thought, but I still have this little spidey tingly thing going on about Rahm Emanuel. But he seems genuinely mad, but always in the back of my mind, you got to remember, he was on the staff of Obama the same time that Tina Chen was, who tried to get this favor done in the first place. So let's see, what's Rafer Weigel got here? I pulled this up for some. Oh, good read by John Cass on how Kim Fox's decision on Jussie Smollett may also hurt her political allies like Tony Preckwinkle. Is the Jussie Smollett case really what justice looks like? Maybe in Chicago it is. That's a Star Tribune article. Let's check this real quick. What is this? Thank you, Not Your Peasant C. Thomas with $2 super chat. Again, Jussie Smollett complained about white privilege while he was able to use his own progressive rich actor connection, whatever privilege, because I added a few words in there for C. Thomas, to get out scot-free. Social justice has such an incestuous relationship with the Democrats, and the Democrats want to accuse others of corruption. Here, and Chicago is the consummate Democrat-controlled machine city. And but apparently the machine isn't all clicking together because the police and the mayor aren't really working with the state's attorney too well on this. Somebody up high said, "Hey, we gotta." Somebody up high said, "Get my friend off here, or there's going to be trouble." And I don't know. The FBI is investigating, though. Let's see. My contacts over at CPD say they have no knowledge of an FBI Chicago investigation into State's Attorney Kim Fox's handling of Jussie Smollett case. That doesn't mean it's not happening. Let's go through this thread real quick. We just called FBI Chicago about this. Okay, because Donald Trump said, here's Donald Trump's tweet. FBI and Department of Justice to review the outrageous Jussie Smollett case in Chicago. It is an embarrassment to our nation. They never thought she would lose. Okay. And so that is, and then Rafer Weigel, who quote tweeted that, said, just called FBI Chicago about this as expected. Their response was minimal. We've got no comment on it. And then his contacts at the Chicago Police Department said they have no knowledge of an FBI Chicago investigation into State's Attorney Kim Fox's handling of the Jussie Smollett case. It doesn't mean it's not happening. Okay, now these people are okay. Some of these people, it's funny because these reporters from Chicago, a lot of them are getting they get tweets where people are ragging, ragging at them for even reporting this. There's some Smollett sycophants that are just, you know, they're just pissed off too. Real quick, got a $2. What do I got here? I got a $2 super chat via Streamlabs down below from Not Your Peasant C. Thomas. Chicago is like the Democratic circle jerk, but totally MAGA country if you count Nigerians making the claim. I like my city, but God, our politicians are projecting hypocritical sacks of dicks. Aren't they though? Are you from Chicagoland area? I didn't realize that. Okay, well, apparently C. Thomas is from the Chicagoland area. All right. Where was I? Okay, that's Ray for Weagle. He's a great source for stuff. Let's see what else. John Cass. Oh, I see. I don't think Kim Foxx will be the next U.S. Senator from Illinois. Kim Foxx, you only had one heater case, and you blew it. Looking forward to being on Fox News 32. You've done great work on the small pace. Okay, I'm not sure John Cass is, but apparently Kim Foxx is looking for higher office, and there's plenty of people who want her to be able to do that. I don't think, the people of Chicago aren't happy with her. I don't think the people downstate are happy with her. And after this, I think this is her political career is garbage now. She might want to go. Jump in one of those ambulance chasing firms after this term as state's attorney. And the other thing too. This is fascinating. Even Chicago, because there's a mayoral candidate, because Robin Mann is done after his term, and there's this Tony Preckwinkle is the person who launches Kim Foxx's career. Even mayoral candidate Tony Preckwinkle